Hello and welcome to the first episode of Cooking Without Directions. So today I will be cooking what I think is a stir fry. I'm not sure if it is though, but I'm going to be stirring it and it's going to be fried. So you want to start out with 10 ounces of what I believe is Nebraska top of the line sirloin. Not to be confused with ma'am loin or Mrs. loin. Then, I think, you want to turn on the stove. How do you turn on the stove? Ooh, there we go. I've turned on the stove. Oh, that's high. We're going to go for medium heat right now. Or we might need a pan. I have no idea what I'm doing. Let's put a little, Here's what I bought. Veggies, because I'm too lazy to actually buy an entire head of broccoli and cut it apart and the other stuff. Here's one red pepper. Here's some minute rice, because I didn't want to actually boil rice. That's too much work. You know what? I'm going to turn off the stove. I don't think we need that yet. We need to cut some stuff. Do you know how to cut a pepper? I don't know how to cut a pepper. Come say hi. Come say hi. Come here, puppy. Oh. Hi. Okay, go into the world. I don't know what I'm doing. This looks like a good knife. Where's the cutting board? We don't need a cutting board. So first, what you want to do, because you don't want the sticker. So what you do is, I can't get it off with my fingernails. So what you're going to do is you're just going to bite into the pepper. Oh! There's that. Is this even recording? And then you clear it. Hi again. Hi. So you don't want this thing, I don't think. I don't think anyone eats that. So what you want to do is you just go. And it's still there. So, you're going to want to cut a little bit further in. And it's still there. You know what? I don't know anything about how peppers work. Because I thought you were supposed to get rid of that. But that's where all the seeds are. So, let's use the blunt side. Yeah. That's what you want to do. And pour it out. Yep. So, then you just want to, just like slice it. Just do your thing, man. I don't know. That looks right. All I know though is when I see this on at restaurants, they're very thinly sliced. So let's go like, yeah, this is not the right knife. But we're gonna keep going. Never admit you're wrong. It's so messy. There's juice going everywhere. You don't even have to use the whole thing, we'll call that good. See? That's a pretty good amount right there for one meal. I'm assuming we do something with the steak because we're not just going to put the whole steak in there. Right? So you need to tenderize it. We're good. You're afraid. Not that one. Oh, they're ruining the video.
Yeah, I scared off the leg. Yeah, I'm walking, I'm like, oh. Lily's gonna try. Oh, okay. No.
Does anyone know how to make stir fry? Because I have no idea what I'm doing.
Is that what you're doing? He's so cute. I get why you missed him.
Do you have instructions or
Nope.
Oh. You started cutting pepper and you didn't know how to do it.
Thanks for telling me that earlier.
You said you knew what?
That's not a cutting board. These are all hands for...
It looks like fry.
It's gonna be
I don't
something.
even know what stir.
It is kind of like You stir it in a pot and you fry it or something.
It's pretty much how you explain it.
You learn something new every day.
I like some Asian stuff. But then my dad told me to eat cats, so then I got scared.
That's a lot.
Yeah. I was concerned.
That's a
But
man.
they do, like, weird. I never had it before.
Really? They don't have it?
Yeah.
Like what used to be Czechoslovakia,
No, it's Slovakian now.
but it used to be Czechoslovakia.
Yeah, 30 years ago, yeah.
Cool. Should we? They ruined my whole videos. So far what we have is this cutting thing filled with raw meat and chopped red peppers. So we're getting there. And then of course, as I said, we have this minute rice, which I'm not actually going to be microwaving. I'm pretty sure minute rice is cooked already, but we're going to cook it again. And the veggies, which were frozen, but by this point they're just like kind of cold. So yeah, I think now we can turn the stove on. And I have no idea what you normally use, if anything, in the pan before you cook. So I'm just gonna throw this pressurizable, that's a word, oil. We're gonna see how that works. That didn't. Now the stove goes on. We're gonna do just above medium. And I think you start with the vegetables, but what do I know? They are the coldest of all these things, so put them in. Use about half of that. Not really going to measure anything. Transition. So we're over here now. And you might only be hearing the sizzling of the pan and not my voice. And if that happens, I apologize. I'll put subtitles in if I can. I probably can't. So the veggies are sizzling. We're gonna throw the meat on there. So let's just throw them both in. Oh, perfect. There's literally an Asian seasoning in my parents' cupboard. I'm a big believer in liberal seasoning. The meat has begun to brown, which is, I think, a good sign. But I have no idea when to stop. Now, the first thing I'm noticing is some of the meat is stuck on top of the veggies and therefore is probably not getting really cooked at all. The second thing I'm noticing is that it actually smells pretty damn good. Now, I think the first thing that I've done wrong, actually, that's a lie. I've done several things wrong. A big thing I've done wrong, I think you're supposed to get a pan with a lid so that you can let it steam for a while. But who needs to follow instructions? I think this is one of the dishes that cooks, you know, they flip to rotate everything, but because I don't trust myself flinging hot food into the air. So I'm switching to about 3.5 because I'm seeing some burn marks at the bottom. The steak still needs to cook, but the veggies seem to be burning, so you probably are supposed to put the meat in first, but I'm an idiot. No flavor whatsoever. Just how I like it. Just anything that sounds good. Why not? Crushed red pepper? Sure. Add spice to your life. Literally. No. Salt. Duh. Ah. Garlic. I think it's done. Transition again. So, here's the first look. It doesn't smell bad. It doesn't really smell like anything. Also. It literally just smells like the seasoning that I put in there. Now everyone knows, I haven't tasted this yet, but everyone knows that the best way to test how good the food you made is to see if your dog will eat it. Where's a good boy? What do you think? He's licking his chops, but this isn't a good sign. How about just one piece of steak? How about that? Hey, sit. Sit. Shake. Shake. Other paw. Good boy. High five. That's a good boy. Okay. How do you like it? Okay, well. Taste test for me. I threw some Malibu seasoning. Not really sure what it is, but it sounded cool in here. And, I mean, still a little smoky, but I think it will be the perfect temperature for digestion. So, here we go. I'm going to try and get a little bit. Okay, so you'll notice it's taking me a while to chew. So, first observations. The steak is chewy. That's also my dog's name, so whether because of food or because I just said chewy, he's over here now. Here, have a carrot. Have a carrot. That's a good boy. That's a good. As you can tell, I don't know anything about cooking. I think when steak is chewy, that means it is undercooked. The meat, the steak seems to almost have no pink or red at all. So maybe it was overcooked. I don't know. But I only got the broccoli in that first bite. So here's a cauliflower. And see that was actually perfect to my standards, which aren't high. But that was the exact texture and taste that I would want cauliflower to have. So yeah, the
The cauliflower wasn't bad. The carrots, a little crunchy. Because what I do know is when people make steamed vegetables, carrots, they usually lose almost all their crunch, and it's more of a sort of, I don't know. The taste is good though. So, not bringing any factors into it. Just if someone gave this to me and I didn't know anything about it or how they cooked it or if they knew what they were doing, I'd give it a C plus.
Hey guys, down in the basement now, catching a flick. We're the Millers. So I just wanted to wrap up that video with just a little bit about what I plan to do. I don't want that to just be a one-off. I'd like to keep doing it. Even though you guys can clearly tell that I have next to no idea what I'm doing in the kitchen or making videos. I've always had a passion for it. You know what, the small things that I do know how to do, whether it be making cookies or meal prepping chicken, making steak, the few things that I have done, I've really enjoyed them. And so I want to learn more. And I thought, what better a way to learn more about cooking than to just do it with absolutely no idea what I'm doing. Just straight into the fire. I think sometimes there's no better way to learn. So hopefully there will be more videos coming from me in this same vein, and we'll see where it goes. So that's it for today, but stay tuned and hopefully you'll hear from me soon. So thanks for watching, and always remember, you always have to fail before you succeed.